what I'm going to show you, you've been asking about this quilt back here. So this quilt was completely made on the serger. Don't go away.
I'm
Don't
just
go
grabbing
away, girl. Okay, we're going to, is this drinking time? Should we toast?
I feel cheers.
Kyle and I, when we first started doing these, we would, well, when we did the 9 o'clock in the morning ones, we always had a mug. We always toast every morning.
Nice.
That was our thing.
That's nice.
And now we do it at 3 in the afternoon. It's not quite toasting time.
No.
Anyway.
Nope.
And now we're at the shop, and we don't have our mugs with us. Okay, we're going to talk about this right here. And I'm going to take it down and let you see it up closer, but I wanted you to see how fun this is.
You guys are awesome.
And you can actually make this any size you want. So this one is not a real huge one. We did this for a shop sample. So of course we don't want to have king size quilts hanging all over the shop. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
Okay, so these are a series of squares. So you can see, if I can do this on, I want to point it out.
Oh, you want to point.
Oh, so cool.
There.
I can do this. This is one square. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in that square. And if you look at the quilt, you can see that 4 patch is scattered all the way around through it. It's just the same thing over and over and over, hanging up over there. I had to take it down off the wall. And it's just a matter of what fabrics you had in each piece, and it's a matter of how you have that piece turned. So if you've ever done a disappearing 9 patch, it's kind of the same idea. You've got the same block, just how you place it and what fabrics you have in it. But what's cool about this,
it's really cute.
I know, I love it. And I even like the fabrics.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And if we were on my computer, these pieces would be bricks. Did anybody see the brick episode? Kyle gets mad at me. She said, "Don't you dare talk bricks." You didn't see the brick episode.
I did not.
Everything that was green turned to bricks.
Really?
Yeah.
On your computer?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I know. It was just to filter it was the green screen.
Awesome.
So everything that was green.
And brick.
Yeah. And I held up the girlfriend bag, turned green, I turned to bricks, and we could, it was a hoot.
Oh, bizarre.
I'm going to have to show that to you. You haven't seen it. It was my best.
I would love to see that.
So what we did this quilt with, by the way, this entire quilt was made on the serger. So it's very serger friendly. You know how you'll have fat quarter friendly, you'll have serger friendly, embroidery friendly. This one was all done on the serger, which is why I had this up there, because this was the serger class that we had last year. And I love it. I love it.
So cute.
It just zips up really quick.
But you could do it on a sewing machine too.
You could.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a serger.
The serger's just fast.
I just wanted you to know that
way fast.
if you want to do them. And it was made with this. Has anybody had this or worked with this before?
Let's see what we got going. We've got a lot of people that married their high school sweethearts.
Colette, thank you for loving the brick show. That was my favorite. It really took me by storm. And I had to go to my boys, because my boys are filmmakers, and I had to go to them and I say, how did this happen? And he showed me how it happened, so I can take it off and put it back on.
Awesome.
Kyle won't let me do it anymore.
She won't let you?
No, she won't let me do it anymore.
Yeah. You want to see it in real life. Bricks?
Well, every time we bring somebody over, look at these bricks, and they say,
"That's weird.
There's no bricks." Anyway, it was funny. Should we get back to task? So people are saying that they married their high school sweetheart. Did you marry your high school sweetheart?
No,
I didn't either.
I
didn't either.
I could have, but it just didn't.
Didn't
timing.
Work out.
Yeah, timing.
The day I met my husband, I met him. He was walking in my apartment with my roommate's boyfriend, and I was walking out. And as I was walking out and I left, I thought, I've got to go back. I want to meet that guy. They said, this is so and so, and I walked out the door. So I went to where I was headed, turned around, came back, and he was already gone.
Oh.
But the next day, I saw him from that day forward, every single day.
Wow.
And 2 weeks later, I called my mom and I said, Mom, sorry, I got to get married. And she said, what? No, and I
when you find the right one.
And I just knew I was supposed to marry this guy. And of course, he hadn't asked me or anything, but I thought, I have to marry this guy.
That's awesome.
But we were engaged within a couple of weeks.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And then we got married. We waited 6 months to get married.
Wow.
Yeah.
Only 6 months.
In fact, it might have been 8 months. Our anniversary was Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
How about that?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to business. I'm sorry. All these tangents. Squirrel.
I know.
There we go. Crazy scrap. Did anybody say they had used these before?
Oh, that's so sorry. I'm sorry, Barbara.
Sorry for what?
Her husband passed away after 40 years.
I thought you were talking to me.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Has anybody used these before? You tell me if anybody pops up. 'Cause
Bought them.
I'm going to show you how to use
Yes,
them.
there's somebody.
Good.
I went too fast.
Are there people that...
I don't know how to.
I think we can go over here and go back down.
Okay.
There are probably,
Teresa has
There's
them.
probably people that have it that have never used them before.
Shauna Madsen.
Yeah. Well, I misplaced mine and just found it. So I thought, I want to show you how this works. What it comes in the package are...
Should we?
Well, no.
Oh, you're going that way.
Yeah, I'm going to, just for a minute, and then we're going to
Okay.
show you. It comes with, you want to hold a couple of them?
Sure.
Okay, here's the shapes. Okay, come on over, Debbie.
Oh,
There's
I don't know
the
where
shapes.
I'm at.
There you are. Mine don't show up because they're in front of me. They show up good on you. Maybe we should put them all in front of you.
Should we put them on my blue?
All right, these are the shapes. See, this is
I don't
the
know where they
templates
show up.
that come in the package. Okay?
I feel
You'll
like
get
I'm
this
doing
package
everything
and you'll
else.
get these templates. What is so cool is that they've already got it figured out how to put it together. So we're going to put that down there and I'm going to show you the inside. This is how it's done. They'll show you how to cut them, how to sew them together, and then how to make it into a quilt. Is that
Beautiful.
cool?
So easy.
I know. I love it.
Easy.
Okay, so now we can zero this down there.
Okay.
I'm going to lay these out,
Make sure.
and I'm going to lay them out in the order that they are up there. Just for, I mean, I probably wouldn't cut them this way if I were cutting a real quilt, but just to show you how I would do it. I would actually, no, that's good, Debbie. That works good.
That worked good.
I would
Okay.
stack a whole bunch of fabrics. So if I were doing like 5 different colors, I think when I did this quilt, I did do 5 different colors. Even though there's 4 different squares,
Uh-huh.
I would want 5 because I'd want a little more variation in there. I
Right.
wouldn't want every single block to be exactly the same.
That
And all I
sounds-
do
That makes sense.
is put these down here and I'm going to cut around him. Then I have my rotating mat so that I can cut around each one. I don't have to move them or slide them around or anything.
That's awesome.
But I would just lay these down here, and for these purposes I can cut it this way. If I were doing it on maybe a real quilt and I knew I had a whole bunch, I would take this one, cut it like this, and then turn it around and cut like that one so I can save fabric.
Gotcha.
But let me show you. Have you ever done a stack and whack?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
similar to that. All right,
Very
and I would
addicting.
have probably 5 layers sitting here. I'd probably
Uh-huh.
have like a fat quarter and
Uh-huh.
5 layers of a fat quarter sitting right here. All of the fabrics need to be facing up
Okay.
so that they're not
So you're cutting them all the same way.
exactly the same way. I know that one stack and whack that I did, I just took my half yard of fabric and laid them all down,
Uh-huh.
but they were still folded.
So some were
So yes,
facing one way
so
and
I
the
had
other
to
way.
totally take it apart because it wasn't going to work and I wasted
Darn.
a lot of fabric.
Darn.
But look at that. You're going to put that on there
Awesome.
and you're going to cut it, and the nice thing about this rotating mat, I can turn it around to get the other side.
Nice.
And the cool
This is
thing,
nice.
I know what I love. We have these in the shop too. The cool thing about it is, look at that. The dog ears are already cut off.
That makes it nice for sewing.
It makes it very nice because they match up so perfectly.
Yeah.
So you can see, right?
Yep. Not as many mistakes.
Not as many. So you can see right here, you can sew those 2 pieces perfectly together.
And no trimming.
You know, you're going to do it, yeah, just line it up like this and open it up and it's perfect. So you would sew these 2 together and these 2 pieces together,
Simple.
and then you would sew them to that piece.
Nice. Simple.
I should have a
So
sewing machine here.
simple. Oh yeah.
And do it all the way through. That would take forever.
Yeah, that's true.
That
It's
would
like
take
we're
forever.
surrounded.
Sewing machines? Where? It's not like those cows. But that's how simple that is.